lot of different kinds of vegetables. How many of you, it was your first time to ever eat Swiss chard? Okay. How many of you, it was the first time to ever eat kale? I'm going to have to raise my hand on that one.
I was kale.
Oh, did we do kale?
No.
Oh, we didn't eat kale? Oh, my goodness. I've had kale. Swiss chard, though. And what do we call the Swiss chard?
Franken lettuce.
Franken lettuce or
Halloween
lettuce. Either way was good, but it's really good. What about, you haven't had beets yet. That's my fault. I'll try to get you that.
I love beets.
Okay, but how many of you, when you've looked at a new food, you've looked at it and gone, ooh. I mean, I'm guilty of that. All right, the book we're going to read today is called The Ugly Vegetables. All right? Now, be careful about these ugly vegetables. Watch what happens as we're going through the story. Listen to how there's a little girl in the story. She's kind of a little bit embarrassed about this situation. Watch how her mind changes throughout the story. All right? Don't know. You'll have to look. Beets are nice and red. Okay, story is called The Ugly Vegetable, and I do want to share something with you real quick. On the dedication page it says, for my mom and her ugly gardens.
That's not really nice.
You think it's really not nice? When I finish reading the book, I want you to think about that when I'm done, and see if your mind changes.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, let's read about this ugly garden. All right. In the spring, I helped my mother start our garden. We used tall shovels to turn the grass upside down and vegetables in their gardens. Up and down the street, little green plants poked out of the ground. Some looked like leaves and some looked like grass. And when the flowers started blooming, you could smell soup in the air. Who's cooking the soup now?
Everybody.
Everybody. And the neat part about this book on the back is a recipe for
Her soup.
ugly vegetable soup.
Oh my God.
At the beginning, the dedication page, when she said, for my mom and her ugly gardens, why do you think she put that in there? Why do you think she was saying it for a negative way or a positive way? For my mother and her ugly garden.
I think she said it, and then the author wrote it, so then later on in the book, then you can see if she is changing her mind.
And she's changing her mind towards the end. Do y'all think she's proud of her mother?
Yes.
I think she's very proud of her mother. Do you think she's proud of what her mother has shown everybody?
Yes.
Because she never tried to really explain it. She just said, our garden's very pretty too. She knew what she was doing, didn't she? All right? Why do you think she thought that garden was ugly? Nathaniel.
Because everything was dark green and all the other people's gardens looked pretty because they have all different kinds of colors.
And what about smells? Because their garden smelled too. Did the girls' garden?
No.
All they smelled was dirt. All right. What made the neighbors be interested in their garden? Because the neighbors all of a sudden started wanting to make a trade. Why? Chloe?
Because her mom made this really good soup that.
But how did they know it was good soup?
Because they smelled it.
They smelled it. And if you smell something and it smells good, don't you want to taste it?
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. What did the neighbors think about all the vegetables that were in the soup? Everybody, what do you think?
Yeah.
They had to think that. Do what? Mouth-watering? Okay.
Delicious.
What do you think that the girl in the story, what do you think she is trying to tell us by writing this book? When Grace Lynn, the author of the book, wrote this story, what is she using the little girl to tell us?
Just don't judge it by what it looks like. Judge it how it is.
And it's okay if you don't like something, isn't it? If you really don't like it, it's okay. But at least try it, especially if you're at somebody else's house. When you start talking about all of those vegetables in the soup, do you think that soup would have been good with just one of those vegetables?
No.
What did she do with the vegetables?
Combine them.
She combined them. Very good. She combined them. She put everything together. Do you think that's what made it good?
Yes.
Okay, think about that
Tasting all
rainbow.
the different
When your
flavors.
eyes see something that looks good, That's the first thing that makes you think it's probably good. All right, so I want you guys to think of some things, something that you've tried recently that's new, that you liked.
I don't have anything new.
Now, before you get started, let me show you what we're going to do with that, okay? We're going to make a chain. Each one of these links is something from the other class, including me, something that we've eaten that's different. You're going to get a strip that looks like this. On your strip, I want you to write down what you ate. I'm not going to grade you on spelling, so don't worry about that. I'm not sure I know how to spell sashimi. Did the best I could. You're going to write what that is.
I know.
Illustrate a little of what it looks like. And then if you can remember when you had it, write down the date. You can put your name on the back if you want to. When you're finished, you're going to bring it to me, and I'm going to add it to our chain. This chain is going to be a link of all the new foods that we've had between the last class and this class, and you can add to it anytime you try something new. The holidays are coming up, Thanksgiving and Christmas. Perfect time to try something new.
I don't have anything new.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just give you two. If you can't think of two new things that you've tried, that's okay. I'm going to have extras of these that we can add to it as we go along. And when you come back from Christmas, definitely I want to know a bunch of them. Try something new. All right, so when I come around, what are you going to write on here? What's one thing you're going to write? Alina? Something that you tried new. I'm not going to grade on spelling. What else are you going to put on here, Jillian? Your name. What else, Kyle? The food, your name.
Oh, and the picture?
A little illustration. It doesn't have to be fancy. And one more thing.
If you can remember the date.
If you can remember the date or about the time that you did it. All right? You ready? All right. Let's go. Here you go. You're on, guys. Bring it to me when you're ready.
Can we write it in pencil?
Yes, sir. Oh, very good for you, too. Cherry juice is good for your heart and your blood pressure. And Swiss chard.
The cauliflower is like a white tree, but I didn't try it because I didn't have it in my country, so it's a little bit tasty. I tried it. I love it. It was so sweet.
I was going to try to hold it above my head. The problem with me trying to hold it above my head is it's way taller than that. It would still be laying on the floor. What do you think? Okay, can we add to it? Okay, I will keep some of those little slips out so y'all can add to it as you need to. And we'll just add to it until after Christmas or so and see if we can make it to cover that bulletin board out there. I'm going to go ahead and put it out on the bulletin board. All right? Keep trying new things, even if it looks ugly. Okay, guys, we have talked about how eating a variety of foods and eating a rainbow of foods helps our body. Think about some other things that eating a rainbow of food or eating a lot of healthy food also helps us with. Suggestions? I think only these. Oh, heart. Where did I hear heart? Doesn't eating a variety of healthy foods help your heart?
Digestive system.
Digestive system. What else?
Your eyes.
Eyes, lungs. You're missing one really important tool that your body has to have. What is it?
Brain.
Your brain. Doesn't it also help your brain? And if you've got a healthy brain, what does that help you do every day? Think and learn. Thank you very much. Keep eating those healthy foods to grow your brain, not just your body.